Hello, this is the Bracelet One. I'm coming to do a storyline reading for our man is on death row right now, and he said that he is innocent and he had more than one stay, but he's on death row for killing a little girl, 4-year-old little girl, Rachel Gray. So I just want to say his name correctly. So that's why I'm pausing a little bit, because I want to make sure I say the name right. His name is, what is this man's name? Okay, his last name is Jones, I know. Okay. Okay, what's it so? What's the man's name? Arizona, right? Okay. The man's name is Mr.Barry Jones, and he was accused of killing his girlfriend's 4-year-old little girl, sexual assault also. And let's see, when exactly did this happen, universe? Okay, say October 23rd, 2017. That's when this story was written, but I don't know if it actually happened that date, because I'm reading. Little girl was killed. So I don't know exactly if that's the date. Let's just see. Barry. Right now, he older. He was younger when he went in. If you can see him good. You see him good? But he was younger when he went in. Let's see. He's been in a while. Let's see. He spent 23 years on death row. It's not saying that he was let out, though. Okay. Okay. This story now reading is, he says he's innocent, and he been saying he was innocent since it started. But I want God to give me a storyline reading. Is Mr. Barry Jones innocent, universe? Because somebody did something to this little girl. If not him, somebody who was in her, she was in the custody of, in the hands of. Because we're talking about a 4-year-old with some person that she was in the care of. So whoever it is, if it's not him, it's someone. So let's see. Upstairs, I heard God say something. So I'm going to say it. Let me just get some cards. Let me just hear some cards, but I'm going to tell you. Okay. Which one's for? Healing of the soul 5 and number 2 of the abuse. Let me get them real fast. 5 and 2. Okay, I'm back. Alright, I had to get the cards. Okay, this is that 5 of healing of the soul. When you hurt someone to the core or you murder them. Anything like that. Number 2, abuse cards are when you just abuse someone or someone abuse you. Follow me? Okay, let's just flow. This is for Mr. This is for Mr. Barry Jones. Now, I heard upstairs, because I was talking to Universe upstairs. Universe, is this man guilty? Because something came down my timeline yesterday, and that's what making me go this way with the storyline, and Universe told me to do the storyline. Okay, it's saying that he is guilty, even though he's been saying for years he's not. And he was on some type of drugs or anything like that. So let's see if it come out in the storyline, though. Because he's been saying, I feel, for years that he wasn't. But this channel is about spiritual. So God wants him to apologize. It's time to acknowledge his wrong and apologize. So let's just see if it come out in here that he was on drugs or anything like that. Let's just go. Okay, he a felon evidently, right? And he won a miracle. Okay, let's just go. Let's just follow the universe, you know all about it. I want mothers to stop leaving their babies, their children, their little girls with these men that they barely know what they even know. Stop leaving your daughters with these men that you don't have no. Evidently, you don't know the person real good, because if the person molesting your child, you don't know that person good. Even fathers do negative things, but he wasn't her children's father. I think she had 3 children. Might have been all girls. I'm just not sure. Okay, let's just go. Okay, it's a mystery to all that he had these demons. That's a demon. Something come from his childhood. Get what it's saying. Overprotective. Follow me. But her mother created the walls of harm and safe. Her mother. Get what it's saying. She turned on and off switches. She controlled that thing where she left her daughter at. And she left her daughter with a monster. Follow me. She controlled the safety of her little girl. Because she is the mother. She's the mother bear. She's supposed to protect it with all her might. We can't just look at the romantic side of a man or a woman. You gotta look at the rest of that person to see what you're dealing with. Get stuck on romance, and a person can be a monster and you don't even know. It could be a darn murderer, a mass murderer, and you don't even know it. Because you just like the person kisses and hugs. You gotta check these people out. See who you're sleeping with. Sleeping with the enemy. Okay, let's go. This is for Mr. Barry Jones, accused of murdering little Rachel Jones. He's on death row. He's been in jail for 23 years. That's what it's saying on 23 years so far. And he had more than one stay. Never again will her mother get the gift of little Rachel. He had a weakness for lovemaking. And also her mother to have him around. Oh, shoot. Let's see. Today is Thursday, and you get a Thursday morning message. Today is Thursday. Today is Thursday. And you get a morning message from me, the Brass Love One. Here's your message, right? You or whoever connected to this case, whoever you are. Because life was about experience. You experiencing life, not wasting of life. because you wasted this little girl's life. You need to accept it, right? Try harder next time in love or business. Flow. I see the judge right here, so maybe you're going to court again. I don't know. Let's just flow. I see the judge. He is right here. That's why I'm saying it. He come the judge. Okay, the last card is ducking won't help you. So maybe you won't have a stay next time because your last card is ducking won't help you. Get what it's saying. Let's flow. Your first card is you was isolated for coping mechanism because you on death row. So I guess it isolates you. Follow me? It says that to have money in the bank, you want to stamp your name on it for money in the bank. So I don't know what you was doing as far as having money in the bank or stamping a name on it. I don't know if the jail kept you and that's money in the bank for the jails to hold on to people, to have people in jail, period, is money in the bank, right, stamping their name on you, or you was trying to stamp your name on the children's mother, to have money in the bank to get what you needed to take care of yourself or whatever this is. Maybe you needed more vitamin C at the time. Follow me? Or the little girl. Or maybe her mother was out trying to make money to have money in the bank and she left you babysitting, whatever this is. Okay, what business is it of you all's? Maybe some kind of way somebody asked you some questions about the situation and you feel it's nobody's business. But it was transparent. You looked at the baby as a liability. Or the jail looking at you as a liability. Follow me? It said the X is not for you. Nobody is perfect. You feel nobody's perfect, but the X, and that would be you, right, was not for the children's mother and was not for the little baby, little Rachel. The X was not for little Rachel, and that would be you, somebody in her space. Or this is for Rachel's mother. Your X is not for you, this man. Or you felt this way about the baby because you was antsy at a place, some place you was at. This not the jail card. It could be, it's not even the court card. It's just a place. So I don't know where you went. Maybe you went somewhere with a little girl. Maybe you was taking her places. You was antsy at a place. Maybe you was taking her places. I don't know. It's some place. Okay. It says right here, it was a witness that saw you X her out. Follow me? Who, I don't know. Get rid of her or kill her or whatever happened. Somebody. I just don't know. Okay. Okay, we got the cupcake exchange. So it's plenty of women. So you were somewhere where it was plenty of women. Plenty of girls. Plenty of women. It could be you singled her out. But usually it's getting rid of card or a killing card. So it says plenty of, some kind of way you're dealing with plenty of women, some kind of way. Trafficking. Or somewhere with a bunch of ladies, wherever you were somewhere dealing with somebody, whatever it is, I don't know. Or maybe you're making money some kind of way. I don't know right off the bat. Let's flow. It was a mystery to all that you had all these demons because you had a lot of demons. You was uptight, overprotective since your childhood because something evidently happened in your childhood. Okay? You created the walls of harm and safe for that little girl, little Rachel. You did. Because if she is left in your care, you created the walls of harm and safe. But also her mother did. Because her mother left her with you some kind of way. Because this wouldn't have happened to her. You turned on the on and off switches. As far as keeping her safe. And keeping harm away from her. And also her mother. Okay? You moved fast on it. Whatever you move fast on, doing whatever you did in some situation. Okay? Okay, so we have right here that, or the jury did, follow me, move fast on convicting you or anything like that because we got this 15 or less people. You want God to intervene. And when you want God to intervene, you want God to help you with somebody or a group of people you want an apology from. You want them to feel sorry for you or whatever. So I'm going to use this for the jury. Follow me? So we have right here that you didn't see little Rachel's worth. And maybe the joy was looking at you. Oh, my stomach is growling. I'm so sorry. Damn. I'm so sorry about that. You wasn't looking at little Rachel's worth at the time. And the joy maybe looking at you are not worthy, right? That you need to be on death row. Okay, we're dealing with a lot of money. So maybe some kind of way you was dealing with money, doing something for money, had a little girl somewhere for money, taking her places for money, or whatever was going on as far as money, right? You needed to tell somebody you wanted out of a situation because you was antsy at a place. You might have had a little girl at some place, taking her somewhere for money, making money off of her, anything like that. You need to tell the person you wanted out. And also her mother needed to tell you she wanted out. But so far she didn't see any problem with you evidently, so I can't use it for her. So you need to tell somebody you wanted out, some deal that you might have made. Whoa. So we have right here that you need to heal yourself by coming forward. Because it said when you lose a spouse, you are free. So some kind of way, so if you didn't lose a real spouse at that time in your life, my stomach is growling. I'm so sorry about that. You lost a girlfriend at the time. Either her mother broke up with you at the time, period. She broke up with you. Or you lost an actual spouse some kind of way. Or since you've been in jail. But God said you free. Right? Wait a minute. Okay. So you got to show that you could build your future. You had to show that you could build your future and cheat on your own fortune. Because God was saying that you was knowledgeable, or her mother, whichever one of these, you or the mother, right? And needed to put your name on the job or the mother, one of you, as far as those two cards. Okay, you wanted to express your feelings because you had a lot of feelings. My stomach is growling like crazy. Goodness, what time is it? I usually only eat this early. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. Okay, and you wanted to express all of your feelings. You got a lot of feelings to express. You got a lot of feelings. Or her mother, I guess. So it says right here that you wanted to be the cheer person. Or you needed to be and not going here first in a situation. Because you need a miracle. Because you became a felon. Okay, here we have was competition as far as finding jobs. God said for you to beat it. I keep dropping the card. Okay, for you to not be that runner, but put your handprint, knee print, your whole body in something and make it your own. That's the card that fell. Okay, you was dealing with a bill collector. Follow me, whoever the bill collector is. Seemed like you was having problems finding work, anything like that. So it says right here, you was in a poly relationship, but will this even work? So you was in a poly relationship, so the poly relationship could actually be somebody on the outside, whoever you was talking to or whatever, or the poly relationship could be you, the mother, and you doing things to this little girl. Follow me? However it's flowing. Life was like a jigsaw puzzle to you. So let's see. You're a conscious thinker, and spilling it will only help you for you to open your mouth and talk. Okay? Because you needed to return something back to the sender because it was extraordinary. You doing what you did to this little girl because you wanted your cup filled, and your name is Mr. Jones. Okay? Or we have somebody you was dealing with as far as business, wanted his cup filled, and he was dealing with you as far as wanting you to maybe collect ladies or females because I see a trafficking card. Follow me? You created a shockwave for the little baby Rachel and also for her mother. Okay? You was holding on to a dormant behavior. You was holding on for a keepsake. And it says right here that here's the box. Either you had the baby in a box. You was dealing with a room. You was dealing with an actual box. Anything as far as a box. Something was going on. Panel. You might have been in a panel room. Someplace you were meeting at with a lot of females. rooms in there that had panel, or just dealing with a box in general. You might have had a baby in a box. You might have felt boxed in. I don't know. But the baby ended up in a box if she was buried. Follow me? You got a speedy tongue lashing, or you gave one to somebody, to her mother, to these people you was in a deal with, trying to make money with, who wanted females, or a lot of females was coming through, or what was going on there. If you wasn't happy with things, God said you need to make things right. Do you have burdens? You need to make things right in your life, because never again will you get the gift of little Rachel Gray or her mother, because you had a weakness for lovemaking. Follow me? And her mother had a weakness for lovemaking and caring about you, but you had a weakness for lovemaking. Follow me? You plugged in to tension. Follow me? God says you still have life, though. Don't die with the person, because some kind of way somebody died, what it's going to be for her mother. Because if you don't get the status next time, this is going to happen to you, where her mother, God telling her not to die with you, or it will be somebody that you know, period, that died at that time or now during this time. I don't know. You had to accept defeat and adapt to that thing, right? That you defeated. You're going to get a Thursday morning message, and today is Thursday, right? It's morning. Life is about experience. You should have experienced life and not waste the little girl's life, Rachel's life, or waste your own life. And here we got to accept it. I think we had it 2 times. See, we got to accept. God telling you accept. God ain't talking for nothing. You got to accept. Right? Try harder next time and trying to get work or in love. Because some kind of way, maybe you needed money and you was using this baby some kind of way to get money. You need to tell somebody you wanted out of some deal or whatever was going on there. Okay? You had to be that warrior. Right? Peace within made a stable mind. Because charges, accusations, allegations, whatever was going to be brought up against you and made you become unboxed. Or maybe you was unboxing something. Or maybe it was some place you was meeting at and it was a bunch of females, and maybe they were in boxes. Who knows? People do all kind of crazy things these days, putting people in boxes, moving them around. Because if it's trafficking, it could have been anything like that, where you have females in boxes. Who knows what was going on? Unboxed, unhinged. But it says right here, you're going to get all tensed up because you're going to reside in front of the judge. Because this next time, the first card say you isolated. That means you're on death row, coping. But this last card saying that you're not going to have another chance. Because here you are right here. See, the last card saying ducking won't help you. See, the last card, you ain't not going to get another stay. That's all it's saying. You're going to have to be you. And in this storyline, I'm going to take this as God telling you, be you, tell the truth. Because I didn't see the apology card. Let me see if there's another one for you. Let me see, universe. Let me see how much time on here. Okay, let me see if I can just do another one for you. Let me just ask God for a minute. Okay, universe, give me another set for Mr. You need to apologize, Mr. Jones. You had money problems, or whatever was going on with you. You had money problems. So you might have been taking a little girl someplace. You was antsy at the police, wherever it's at. That could represent a police station, but I don't really, it could, but I don't want to put it with the police station, because usually you have other cards that represent as the police station. So somewhere you was meeting with somebody, trying to get money. A bunch of ladies, like trafficking. Maybe, let's just say, give me 2 more, universe, for Mr. Jones. I'm hearing, I'll do anything for you. If you want me to, I'll do anything for you. Okay. Some kind of way you saying you will do anything for somebody if they want you to. So maybe you had another woman. I'll do anything for you if you want me to. Maybe you had another woman because it did say that you was in a poly relationship. It could have been you had another woman and money was needed. I don't know. Let's just flow. That's the song I'm hearing. Okay, so it was, what did I say? Which one, Lord? Wow. Okay, wait a minute. Let me just see. I gotta get this card. Okay, let me see. Okay, let's put this back. Okay, let's see. Universe, what cards for the second part for Mr. Jones? Because I just heard, I'll do anything for you if you want me to. Okay, Lord. Six and one. Okay, 6 and 1. Here's 1. Where's 6? Let's just flow. I'll do anything for you. Who is you gonna do anything for? Because your story was flimsy. Baby went through torture. But now the baby in a safe and happy place. Finally with God. You can see it for what it is now. Because you had some old-fashioned ways of thinking. Didn't want to come up to today's time. Okay, do not wonder why I asked the person. You could feel your God's mission being gay. So right now, you might wasn't gay at the time then, but you might be gay now. Or you might have been gay all the time, I don't know. But God said you got to clear your mind. Because you was letting off your sexual tendencies. You was on the speedway. And little Rachel was gorgeous. Flames were sparked. And she captured the flames. Okay, it says right here that life was falling apart for you because you was living a plantation way of living. That means not having enough of love, shelter, money, clothing. And love, money, clothing. Love, money, clothing, housing. Okay, here we have like someone was a genius and didn't even know it. You might have been a genius and you didn't even know it, or the baby was a genius and you didn't even know it. She was dealing with pain, or you was dealing with pain, or you was dealing with a drug. Okay, let's just fill out what this top card is. Filling a lecture. We're going to put this with you filling court, because this time around, you're going to be filling a fulfillment center. So you're already in jail. Okay? You was chewing on luxurious, getting money from somebody because you couldn't get a job, but your soul is crying out for a conclusion. You need to tell the truth. Because something was in plain sight that you needed to not jeopardize it. Or her mother, if she paid attention. Because you got ecstatic. Because we have the baby, is the earth angel here. Was the earth angel that you eliminated? Will you leave your ex? Because it was consequences if you didn't leave your ex. Whoever it was you was hooked to, that you was trying to make happy. I'll do anything for you. Or it was consequences for Rachel's mother if she didn't leave you. And it was because the baby died. Okay, let's just go. The jury wasn't going to postpone an active action, and they decided to find you guilty. But you also wasn't going to postpone an active action because some kind of way you took her somewhere, or you was taking her places to some place, making money some kind of way. Some place where it was some kind of trafficking, where ladies was coming through, the money was involved because you couldn't get a job. Okay, fell in court. Okay, attempts to find my mother is senseless. This would be for the baby at one time. She couldn't find her mother. She wanted her mother. She couldn't get to her mother. And it could be whatever place you was taking her to. You wasn't going to postpone an active action. Some kind of way you took her somewhere. Okay, you needed to beam to express your spirituality to this world and learn your lessons, but you didn't. She was gorgeous, and you was on the speedway with her somewhere. You took her riding somewhere. Okay, so flames were sparked, and she captured the flames because we talking about a 4-year-old. Okay. She wanted you to change. Little Rachel wanted you to change to be a nicer person, a different person, or is Rachel's mother wanted you to change, or some lady he was tacked onto, a third party or somebody, because it was a poly relationship you was in. You was letting off your sexual tendencies. You need to have a clear mind. Well, that's what happened on your journey. Okay, it says you were slipping loosely through the corridors. That could simply mean on a highway, or inside of a house, or inside a van, or wherever you was. Sneaky. Let's put it that way. Being sneaky. Wherever you was. Okay, thoughts were swirling at the duplex at some house you was at, or in that van, or wherever you was. Thoughts were swirling in your mind. Okay. What are you willing to do to save you? Because it was all about money. You needed money. You needed to get money. What were you willing to do to save you? So maybe you owed money to somebody. So you had to make some kind of deal when you put the baby in it. Or you used the baby to get the money. Get what I'm saying? So it says right here that do not hold yourself hostage to love after death. Somebody died. And it could be the baby. Right, that we talking about, the death cards, or if it's some lady you know, right, with this one, I don't know. Your loved one is here in spirit. So this could be for her mother. It was pros and cons. You didn't want no smoke. It was pros and cons for whoever it was you was dealing with. You owe somebody money, look like. Okay, here we go. This would be you. I've been chasing you. So you've been chasing the baby, or coming after the baby, anything as far as coming after the baby, drunk, dizzy, full of drugs, whatever was wrong with you, mentally ill, because nobody was coming after you. Okay, let's just go. So you had to find other ways to pleasure yourself, because God said you needed to stay on your path, right? Find other ways to pleasure yourself. So we got a drug here. Either you was in pain, you was taking a drug, or the baby was in pain. Someone is a genius and don't even know it. So maybe God talking about you as a genius, or the baby was a genius. So we have right here the earth angel. Either God saying you are earth angel, or the baby was one or the other. Let's just flow. Okay, it says right here that you pinpointed it, whatever it was, and you complained about something with the baby there, because she's 4 years old, so she know how to talk. Follow me? Your soul is crying out for a conclusion, and you need to confess. Confess, and you need to apologize. First to the baby, and then to her mother. Okay, here we are. I can feel my God's mission. So this is you. I can feel my God's mission being gay. So right now you gay. I don't know if you was gay at the time, but you are now. Do not wonder why. Ask the person. If somebody wondering about you, or if you was gay back then, maybe your girlfriend should wondered about you. She should have asked. I don't know. God said you need to turn yourself into a new version of who you are. You need to turn yourself into a new version. Would you leave your ex? If you didn't leave your ex, it was going to be consequences. So somebody was hooked on to you, needed to leave, and it was going to be consequences. But Lord Rachel's mother needed to leave you because it was consequences. Okay? So little Rachel went through torment with you because your story was flimsy, or you went through torment with some ex or somebody you know. You needed to gently close the door on it. Something with some ex of yours you was hooked up with, some deal or whatever it was. Bend a little and close that door, God says. On some deal you made with some ex of yours, maybe to make some money with the baby, and some trafficking thing seems like it is, or sex thing, or whatever this is. Okay, it says right here you had to start relying on yourself. Rely on your own voice and don't let others speak for you. Learning how to get yourself from under others' thumbs, because you was under somebody else's thumb, letting them tell you what to do, because it seemed like you had money problems or you owed money, anything like that. But this time around, you're going to be fulfilling a fulfillment center. And in this storyline is jail, because you was living in a plantation where living life was falling apart. Okay, so a court date is gradually coming up for you. Follow me? Unless it came already. Okay, so we have, honestly, you was taking pills some kind of way, some kind of drugs, pills, pill drop effect. You could get any time you wanted. Look over your shoulder, somebody right there to give it to you. But God said you was wrong. Look at God. You was wrong and you need to reveal it. Also, her mother was wrong for leaving her baby girl, her little girls, or whoever she had, children she had in there with you, some man. You never should leave your daughters with some man that you're going with. Because some fathers can't even be trustworthy these days. But you need to reveal it that you was wrong. Apologize. Starting to little Rachel and then to her mother. Because her life was taken, so she the number one person to apologize to. She in the spirit, so you can do it. Okay, so it says, can you still love me? Now you know. You can still do God's mission if you like. So some kind of way, maybe your girlfriend, her mother found out you was gay, maybe. It wouldn't be now. Finally, Lord, Rachel in a safe and happy place. And that's with spirit. What it's going to be for you if they decide to take you on, not give you any more stays. Something was in plain sight. Her mother need not jeopardize having you in there because she already had some kind of telltale signs that something wasn't right with you. And it was in plain sight. She need not jeopardize it. And you needed to not jeopardize something because it was in plain sight for you. But you was dealing with a money lover, or you was the money lover. You did a preview, or the court's going to do a preview, however it's going. Because little Rachel was on a battlefield with you because she's a little girl and she could not be a grown-up. She being left with you and things like that. She's on the battlefield. But you might have felt you was on the battlefield if you owed someone money. So you worked some kind of deal out. I guess to try to make money with whoever this is you owe money to over here. Because it was hard for you to get a job and you was taking pills, taking some kind of drugs over here. Or maybe a preview with the court system. And you're going to feel like you're on the battlefield because here's a court card. Okay. You see it now. That somebody had back your ways of thinking, or somebody see it now that you have back your ways of thinking. That means that you don't want to come up to today's time. Or you racist. Like anything like that. You was chewing on the idea of luxurious, getting money, living better, anything like that back then with this situation. Okay, we had a pusher of money. We got a pusher of money, a money lover. You was trying to get money, so you was trying to go on whatever direction to get money. But you was dealing with somebody who you owed money to, so that person is a money lover. And was pushing you to get some money because you owe money, seemed like. And you was going to get ecstatic. But some kind of way, maybe little Rachel's mother's going to get ecstatic when she see it won't be any more stays for you, anything like that. You needed to learn to pick your battles, God says. Because you were saying okay to something that you shouldn't have did. You didn't really, I'm okay. You said okay to it. But you really didn't deep down want to do it. But you said okay to it. But God said you need to pick your battles. You shouldn't have went with that. Somebody needed money. You owed some kind of money to some people or whatever. And you couldn't get a job. You were on drugs or whatever was going on with you. You owed money. And the person wanted that money. So they told you about whatever it was they told you. Something dealing with a lot of females. And some kind of way you took the baby on the road. And you might have took her more than one time. Because she is gorgeous. But God said you need to find other ways to pleasure yourself or her mother. Right? Because either you need to stay on your path or her mother need to stay on her path and let you go. Because it was pros and cons with this situation. And you didn't want no smoke out of whoever this is that you owe money to. But your soul crying out for a conclusion. I don't see the I'm sorry card in these two. I'm not going to do another one though because it's saying a lot. You need to reveal it, God saying. This good enough. You was wrong. You need to reveal it. Her mother was wrong for leaving her girls in the truck or wherever you was at with her daughters leaving you. She was wrong, but you are definitely wrong for what you did to this baby, or you allowed to happen to the baby wherever you took her at to some place with a lot of girls or women was coming through somewhere that wasn't where she needed to be. You need to reveal it. You was wrong and apologize, starting with Rachel. Say out loud you're sorry to Rachel. And then you say it to her mother. Yeah. Because back, it was some backward ways of thinking at one point. Racist were not coming up to time. So I can look at, I can change the racist to wherever you in Arizona, right? Maybe back then they was trying to spare your life because you was a Caucasian man, right? I can take it another way, right? But they need to come up to today's time and they see it now that it don't matter what color you are. You got to pay for your crime, right? And maybe they're thinking on luxurious because it costs money to house inmates. Follow me? I'll be talking about the jail right here, keeping you in there because they'll push out money. Inmates cost money just like the children in school. It costs money. You have them in there. Each body that come in that schoolhouse, they get money for. Each child that walk in that school. In jail, each person, in each body in that jail, they get money for. So, they need to come up to par. They need to come up to today's time. And they see it now. They need to change up things because you're guilty. But I don't, myself personally, I don't condone the death penalty. I don't like it myself personally, but I'm not in charge of the court system. You know, you being in jail the rest of your life, yeah, you deserve that. You deserve that. But, you know, however Arizona do their things is up to them, how they do it. But you definitely deserve to be in there the rest of your life. By inflicting pain or allowing somebody else to inflict pain on this baby that caused her to die, if not right away or whenever it was. Okay, so yeah. So, story go down my feed yesterday. I mean, in the middle of the night or whenever it was I saw it. And I asked God, and God says, yes, it's time. You need to apologize. You need to, before you leave here. If they decide to put you on, to not you to stay, it looks like you're not going to get that stay, though. What you call a stay, you're not going to get another one. You need to apologize first before you leave this earth. You need to apologize. God says it's wrong. You need to say it. And stop saying that you didn't do anything, because going off the storyline, you did a lot. Because you were a person on drugs, and when people on drugs, they do a little bit of anything. They're selling their own mother, probably. I mean, I'm just telling it like it is. They're selling their own mother. They might actually send somebody to your house and kill their whole family, all just because they want some drugs. People on drugs cannot be trusted. Okay, so the jail system, the court system dealing with you that way, but God is dealing with you spiritually. God wants you to apologize and say you're sorry. That's what God wants out here. Because you've been constantly saying that you are innocent. But God knows what you did and what you didn't do. And the way the storyline going and what God told me upstairs, you're not innocent. Okay? So, just the first one.